So if it's fast, it means it's eating it right up. You're doing right along. So if you have 100 units, you might be making 120 units of the enzyme. These are arbitrary numbers. Please don't quote me on these. They're totally arbitrary. I'm just trying to get a concept across, and that's really what we try to. And Chad and I actually talked about this the other day. Is like when we're going through school, Chad and I actually did pretty well in school, believe it or not. But we talked about how when you go through school, you just get the concepts. So that's what really this is about. Keeping it simple, get the concept. So with the fast MA, see, I did it again, the MOA versus the MAO. MAO, fast MAO, more degradation. Now here's some symptoms of some fast enzyme. You see, aggression is still on our list because aggression. Here's a funny thing about neurotransmitters. You can go either way with it. Like if you got too much, it's a bad thing. If you got too little, it's a bad thing. And you can have the same symptom. So if you have a symptom of aggression, it only tells you have a symptom of aggression. It doesn't really tell you like that's dopamine or that's serotonin. You can have multiple symptoms with the same or multiple problems with the same symptom. Not everybody who has the same symptom has the same problem. So aggression, anxiety, social behavior, carbohydrate craving. And a lot of times the carb craving, it'll make you feel good for a little bit. You feel that way? Like, oh yeah, this is great. This is awesome. I love this carb. And then not so much later. Depression, worse during the winter months, impulsive tendencies, insomnia, low pain tolerance is something I just find very interesting about the whole thing, since I do see people with pain issues. The COMT is also one of those, both of these. And that's why we can actually put these together on a lot of things for neurotransmitters, is because they kind of reflect each other a little bit. So low pain tolerance, low self-esteem, OCD tendencies, panic disorders, post-traumatic stress. So if someone has post-traumatic stress, it doesn't mean they've got a problem with the neurotransmitter. So that we're not saying that. They might. And if you could work on that, get the test. I mean, if you've got, honestly, anybody that's got some psychiatric stuff, it's never one thing that's going to fix the problem. There's always multiple things. So especially with panic disorders or post-traumatic stress, you really got to think about, therapy is an incredibly good idea. Trauma therapy, all that stuff. I refer out for it. It's very necessary in a lot of cases. But I've seen a lot of people with panic disorders who actually have blood sugar problems. And that's one of those base things. Blood sugar is so important. So a lot of times we want to say, I've got this gene, I've got this gene, I've got this gene. Test the gene. If you test the gene, then it's not an excuse for your behavior. So we don't want to say that, but it's something that gives you something to work on. And poor dream recall and social phobia, that's kind of goes in with social anxiety as well.